Hello everyone and welcome to Siriana Tarot. This is a singles new love reading for Virgo. We're going to look at the kind of love you're ready to experience now based on the growth you've already done. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Virgos, please. All right, Virgo, so you have the Three of Wands, your person's energy. They're also showing up as the Three of Swords, okay? They're viewing you as the King of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. And the connection, we see the Judgment card, Aries, Scorpio. All right, so it does feel like this is definitely a connection that's going to up-level, evolve. It may be a next level type love. And we see the Star card, Aquarius energy. So I do feel like this person may be everything that you've been hoping for, Virgo. You may be their wish fulfillment. When I get this card in particular, it's definitely a feeling of this is destiny. This is written in the stars. Two people that just really love spending time together. The Three of Wands tells me this person may be at a distance, so this could be an online connection, or there may be a considerable distance between the two of you. But the Three of Wands can also just indicate somebody here who really enjoys travel, enjoys new places, new experiences, new people. Now, the Three of Swords could indicate here, Virgo, that there's some sort of third-party interference or something along those lines. But for a lot of you, I do think this is someone who's experienced some sort of heartache and some sort of trauma. So they could be a widow or a widower, or they've experienced a deep betrayal here. All right, but let's see. Pay attention to repeating threes. All right, the Three of Wands and the Queen of Swords in reverse. Yeah, it does look like this person, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy, this person may be somebody who is in the process of moving on from someone or something very difficult, something that was low vibrational. So possibly some sort of betrayal, some sort of hurt, disappointment. Feels stronger than a disappointment though, like some sort of pain, trauma, some sort of betrayal. And we see Empress energy, Taurus and Libran energy. So this is somebody who is very high vibrational. I feel this is also someone who's spent a lot of time working on themselves. Most likely they've spent some time single here as well. But they've been working on themselves. They've been, they've been transmuting energy. This is somebody who's learned that they're not going to chase anything that doesn't want to be caught. The Empress also takes all of her strength and her courage to move in a different direction or move away from anything or anyone that really isn't matching her vibration or isn't good for her. So I do think your person is exhibiting some strong resolve, some strength. The Empress, she's gorgeous, male or female, it doesn't matter. She's abundant. And she's definitely someone who's going to hold space for you, Virgo. She's not going to rush or push or try to coerce you or this connection. And your energy, the Devil in reverse. So this makes sense, Capricorn energy, why you're matching. Because you've also spent a lot of time focusing on yourself, healing, transmuting energy. So I feel like there's going to be a real symbiotic energy between the two of you, Virgo, because you both have been really focused on yourselves, up-leveling and healing. And that's basically two people who are matching each other's vibration. All right. All right, now we see leader energy. Okay, so this person is comfortable taking charge and they exhibit confidence in their decisions. They may be in a management role. Now this is cardinal energy for me, which is Aries, Libra, Cancer, Capricorn. All right, they have strong fire in their chart. All right, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We get a lot of air. I'm getting like a lot of Aries. So this may start off as a friendship and evolve into something more. Again, I think this is somebody who's probably been single for a little bit, just focusing on themselves. And they may have a tendency to be an overgiver, but I think that's something they're amending, that they're really looking at. That this type of person puts the needs of others first. Okay, so they're going to be very loving, very giving. All right, that may also be their love language here, Virgo. All right, so we see the Three of Swords. So we know that this person's been through some sort of heartache and some sort of betrayal. Now, this ex, because we see that Queen of Swords in reverse, may be around them in some capacity if they have to co-parent with this person. All right, but that's not going to be for all of you. I also feel this person really knows what they want, and I feel like they're going to be very direct about what they want and what they need. Some of you meet through friends. We also see that this person loves music. All right, and this person may be taller than average, but just remember these really specific messages, Virgo, are not going to resonate with all of you, but they certainly will be confirmation for some of you. All right, what else do my Virgos need to know? What else do my Virgos need to know about this person or this connection? All right, so we get slim, thick. All right, so we see fit, flat stomach, small waist. Now, my readings are not meant to be gender specific, but some of the cards that I use are. So what I take from this card is this is somebody who takes good care of themselves, and I feel you're going to be very physically attracted to them. They may have olive, medium, or dark skin, and we see that this person is laid back, they're relaxed, they're balanced, they're easygoing. I think you're going to feel immediately a camaraderie with this person. You're going to feel comfortable with this person. In a lot of ways, Virgo, I think they're going to feel like home to you. All right, anything else we need to know? All right, this person may have blue eyes or light colored eyes. So just remember these really specific like physical descriptions, ages, ethnicities, and things like that. They're going to be confirmation for some of you, but they're not going to resonate with all of you. And it doesn't mean it's not your reading. So we do see communicating their feelings comes easy for them. And I was getting that with the Three of Swords. This is somebody who really doesn't like any sort of bullshit, right? They're going to be direct. They're going to be honest. They're going to tell you what you want. We see that their first, middle, or last name may begin with a vowel. I'm also seeing for a lot of you, this person may have blue eyes, or they like to wear the color blue, or they wear a lot of denim, for example. And we see that your paths will cross when a holiday is in season. So this could obviously be a federal or a bank holiday, but it can also be some sort of celebration. So you might go to a friend's house for a party, or be celebrating a friend's birthday, or, you know, a raise or promotion, or, you know, a wedding or something like that. So it does feel like something about friendship, community, celebration brings you two together. Now, Virgo, they're viewing you as the King of Pentacles, which certainly is Virgo energy. It's generous, it's practical, it's wise, it's hardworking, it's attention to detail, but there's also creativity and stability here that they're seeing. All right, and the Seven of Cups. So this person's going to maybe find you to be a bit mysterious, Virgo. And I know a lot of my Virgos out there, you kind of, you know, take your time to warm up to people on occasion. And so I feel like this person's going to spend a lot of time wondering about you. They're going to feel like you have a mysterious quality about you. They may also, you know, see that you have a lot of options available to you with the Seven of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, so this person, they might be worried that you have other options, or they might also be worried that you're on the fence about them, that maybe you feel confused about their energy. But we see the Chariot card here, Virgo, Cancerian energy. So I do feel like you're going to want to move this forward. You're going to feel like, you know what, we're soulmates. This is something that's worth giving a shot. This is something I really want to, you know, this could be a breakthrough in love. This could be a change from what I'm used to. You know, whether it's disappointment or meeting people who are like almost it, but not completely. All right. And we have child wounded. So awakens compassion and desire to serve other wounded children, opens the learning path of forgiveness. Okay, so this person sees you as compassionate, and they also see you as service oriented. I think this person is as well very loving, caring, and giving. And also this person recognizes, which we saw in the Devil in reverse, that you've been spending time working on yourself, raising your vibration, transmuting energy. All right, and we also see the networker. So that enhances unity through the sharing of information, engenders social awareness and empathy. But what I get from this is most likely you do have friends in common. And I feel like this person spends some time, I don't know if it's about like an hour or two, you know, just watching you interact with others, and they really like how you interact with others, you know, what you talk about, how you express yourself, how you treat others. But again, I also think you do probably have some friends in common here, Virgo. Now, the Judgment card is telling me that this is definitely a next level type love. I mean, they're coming through as Empress energy. You're coming through, Virgo, as healed or having done a lot of healing work, ready to move this forward, ready for a breakthrough. And that's Judgment. Like, this is something different. This is something better than what you're used to. And we see this connection builds upon wisdom you've already learned. Yep, there's that transmutation of past lessons into wisdom. So integrating past lessons here. All right, and truth as foundation. Now, that's kind of the energy I was getting here with the Three of Swords, that this connection remains anchored in honesty. Yeah, no BS with this person. And redefining expectations. Oh, I love this card. So this connection reshapes what you thought connection should look like. Alignment replaces fantasy. Yeah. All right. What else do my Virgos need to know here? What else do my Virgos need to know here, please? What else do my Virgos need to know, please? All right, friendly support. So there's some sort of connection with friends here. Either they start off as a friend and become something more, or you're introduced through friends, you meet while you're with friends. Friend zoned, a lack of passion in this companionship. You know, obviously I can't deny messages that come through, but for a lot of you, I'm just getting that maybe this person is different than your usual type. Maybe you're not so sure about them at first, right? But I feel like with this friend-zoned energy, it's more so with friend-zoned, friendly support, meeting through friends. We're just really, really hyping up the idea here that you meet through friends, because it's come through 3 times. Or as my nerdy side wants to say, thrice in the reading. All right, we see Forever Young, a song of youthful playfulness. So this is going to be fun and playful. There could be an age difference between you. All right, but we also see that there are sudden feelings that this is the one. Okay, so you might have a moment where like, oh no, this is my person. It might not be initial, but it's definitely coming. And we see magnetism. So there's just a gravitational pull to each other. So very drawn to one another. And again, I like this card because these two are actually at a party. They're at a celebration. You know, they may have their friends there in the other room and they've stepped outside to be together. So I do kind of feel like you meet through some sort of celebration, some sort of party, some sort of friendship brings you two together. All right, really strong repeating message here for my Virgos. All right, anything else we need to know before we wrap this up? Anything else my Virgos need to know here, please? Time to let it go. So there may be something that one of you needs to let go of before this can unfold. But Spirit saying it's definitely happening within the next 3 months. All right, my lovely Virgos, I'm going to leave it here. Sending you love and light. Take care.